Ever been thoughtful about the striking and subtle differences between the United States and Europe? These two entities, while somewhat similar in appearance, are indeed worlds apart in countless ways. Let's delve a little deeper. Take Europe, for instance, a large continent that encompasses a multitude of countries, each flaunting unique landscapes ranging from the rugged fjords of Norway to the sun-kissed beaches of Spain to the snowy peaks of the Swiss Alps. These places are a testament to Europe's geographical diversity. Languages and cultures are equally varied, with over distinct languages spoken across the continent. The United States, on the other hand, is a colossal consolidated nation, showcasing a spectrum of regional identities that paint a vibrant picture of its diversity. From the bustling cosmopolitan streets of New York City and the historical charm of New England, to the warm, sunny vibes of California and the rustic cowboy culture of Texas. Consider the geographical differences too: the rolling plains of the Midwest, the majestic Rocky Mountains, the swamps of Louisiana, to the breathtaking coasts of Hawaii. The United States is also a cultural melting pot, with inhabitants hailing from every corner of the world, truly a testament to its multicultural. Reflect on the political landscape. Europe is not a mere single entity, but a vivid tapestry of independent nations, each boasting its distinct government and political machinery. Europe is a fascinating blend of monarchies, republics, and even a unique theocracy, Vatican City, the smallest country in the world. For instance, the United Kingdom is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary system, whereas France operates as a semi-presidential republic. On the other hand, the United States stands as a federal republic, a centralized government composed of individual states. It's a system where each state maintains its sovereignty, yet is united under a federal government. Interestingly, the power is divided between the federal government and the states, with both having jurisdiction over different matters. Furthermore, the United States is one of the oldest surviving federations in the world, established back in 1789. In the United States, the Constitution provides a blueprint for the structure of the federal government, dividing it into three branches: the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. Each branch has distinct powers and responsibilities, providing a system of checks and balances to prevent any one branch from gaining too much power. In contrast, European nations have a wider variety of political structures. Some are unitary states like France, where the central government holds the majority of power. Others, like Germany, are federal states with power divided between the central government and its states. Comparing these diverse political architectures is not only fascinating, but also showcases the diverse ways in which societies govern themselves. Let's delve deeper into the fascinating cultural diversity within Europe and the United States. The continent of Europe isn't simply a piece of land. It's a vibrant mosaic of diverse cultures. Each of its 44 countries boasts unique traditions, languages and cuisines that are distinctively their own. Here's an intriguing fact: Europe has 24 officially recognized languages. To name a few, you'll hear German in Germany, Italian in Italy, Spanish in Spain, Portuguese in Portugal, and French in France. There's also a wealth of lesser-known languages such as Maltese in Malta, Latvian in Latvia, and Estonian in Estonia. This linguistic diversity is a testament to the continent's rich historical tapestry. The culinary traditions of Europe are equally varied and delicious. From the pasta and pizza of Italy, the croissants and escargots of France, to the bratwurst and beer of Germany, every country offers a unique its heritage. Now let's cross the Atlantic and consider the cultural diversity of the United States. Often described as a melting pot, the US is defined by a rich history of immigration. This has resulted in a blend of different ethnicities, cultures, and languages that span the entire globe, making it one of the most culturally diverse countries in the world. The city of Los Angeles is a prime example of this diversity. In this bustling city alone, residents hail from more than 140 countries and speak 224 different languages, creating a cultural kaleidoscope that is a microcosm of the country as a whole. From the Hispanic influences of East LA, the vibrant Korean community in K-Town, the rich African-American heritage in South LA, to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, the city is truly a melting pot. So whether you are strolling down the streets of Paris, dining in Rome, or exploring the various neighborhoods of Los Angeles, remember, you are experiencing just a small part of the world's incredible cultural diversity. And isn't that the beauty of our world? Quite a cultural kaleidoscope indeed. Reflect upon the intriguing tapestry of historical events. Europe's history is lengthy and multifaceted, punctuated by the rise and fall of ancient civilizations, the reign of powerful monarchies, periods of colonialism, and the cataclysmic turmoil of world wars. Major events like the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the French Revolution have dramatically shaped the continent. A fascinating tidbit for you. Did you know that the Vatican City in Europe is the world's smallest country, both in terms of area and population? Turning our gaze to the United States, although its history is relatively shorter, the country has played a substantial role in global affairs. Key events include its fight for independence from British colonial power, the dramatic westward expansion embodying the spirit of manifest destiny, its cataclysmic civil war that tested the strength of its union, its key role in both world wars, and its emergence as a world superpower after World War II. Brace yourself for this trivia. The United States purchased Alaska from Russia for a mere 2 cents an acre in 1867. That's a real estate bargain for the history. Ponder over the rich assortment of languages spoken in Europe. It's a linguistic treasure trove, with each country typically flaunting its own official language or languages. Intriguingly, there are about 225 indigenous languages in Europe, accounting for nearly 3% of the world's total. Let's dive a bit deeper into this. Romance languages such as French, Italian, and Spanish, along with Germanic languages like English, German, and Dutch, and Slavic languages including Russian, Polish, and Czech, are among the most widely spoken in this region. On the other side of the Atlantic, the United States, in contrast, is primarily English-speaking. However, it also houses a substantial Spanish-speaking population, along with numerous other language communities. Here's an interesting nugget of information. Despite not having an official language declared, English is the most common language in the United States. It's the only language spoken at home by approximately 80% of the population. Apart from English and Spanish, other prevalent languages include Chinese, various dialects, Tagalog, Vietnamese, Arabic, French, and Korean. These languages reflect the multicultural nature of the US, echoing its rich. Let's take a deep dive into the healthcare systems. We start first with Europe, where healthcare is seen as a fundamental right and is thus universal. That means it is made available to every individual, irrespective of their social status or financial stability. The healthcare systems in many European countries are publicly funded, ensuring that everyone receives equal access to high-quality medical care. For instance, France's healthcare system has been recognized globally for its excellence. Did you know that the World Health Organization has ranked France's system as the best in the world? They achieved this through a combination of public and private healthcare providers, supplemented by a robust social security system. Moving on to the United States, the scenario is quite different. The United States primarily operates on a private healthcare system. Access to healthcare is largely determined by one's insurance coverage, which is often linked to employment or personal purchase. This means not everyone has equal access to healthcare services. A unique aspect of the US healthcare system is the high healthcare expenditure. Despite its predominantly private nature, the United States spends more on healthcare per person than any other country in the world. Studies show that this is largely due to higher healthcare prices, administrative costs, and use of high-cost technology. This often leads to significant out-of-pocket expenses for many Americans, making healthcare a hot topic of debate in the country. So as you can see, healthcare systems can vary greatly from one region to another, each with its unique set of advantages and challenges. Ponder deeper into the education systems of the world. They differ broadly across Europe, with each country having its unique approach. Many European countries like Germany, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom place a robust emphasis on higher education, with a focus on academic independence and critical thinking. Germany, for instance, is known for its dual education system, which combines practical and theoretical education in non-academic sectors. Here's a fascinating nugget of information. Finland, a European nation, is often hailed for having one of the most remarkable education systems globally. It's a system known for its inclusivity and equality, with no tuition fees and free meals for students. On the other side of the Atlantic, it offers a decentralized education system. Its structure is incredibly diverse, presenting a range of institutions, including universities, community colleges, and vocational schools. Each of these institutions plays a unique role in shaping the educational landscape. Universities, for instance, are research-driven establishments offering a wide range of undergraduate and graduate programs. Community colleges, on the other hand, provide a more localized and accessible education, often with a focus on vocational training. Vocational schools are more specific, offering training in areas like healthcare, technology, and the skilled trades. What's impressive is that the US proudly hosts 8 out of the top 10 universities worldwide, according to the QS World University Rankings. This speaks volumes about the value and quality of American higher education on the global. Delving deeper into the topic of economic systems, Europe offers a fascinating mix of various models. From market economies to social democracies, the continent demonstrates a myriad of economic flavors. Did you know, for instance, that Vatican City, the tiniest nation in Europe, runs an economy completely supported by donations, entry fees for museums, and the sale of postage stamps, coins, and publications? It's a unique approach that stands apart from the dominant economic systems. Broadening our scope, let's discuss the Nordic model, followed by countries such as Finland and Sweden. These economies blend free market capitalism with a robust welfare state, encompassing public healthcare and education, resulting in strong social security. Meanwhile, in the heart of Europe, Germany's social market economy emphasizes a balance between free market capitalism and social fairness, which includes extensive labor protections and welfare programs. On the other side of the Atlantic, the United States economic system leans more towards market-oriented capitalism. This system thrives on individual entrepreneurship, competition, and the principle of supply and demand. It's a system that has allowed for the emergence of global giants such as Apple, Google, and Amazon. A fun fact to illustrate this point is that the US houses the world's largest stock exchange, the New York Stock Exchange. This colossal financial market, pulsating with transactions of stocks, bonds, and other securities, is a vital heartbeat in the US's thriving market economy. The size and influence of this exchange reflect the dynamism and scale of the American capitalist system. Let's delve deeper into the world of transportation. Europe, for one, prides itself on an extensive and highly efficient public transportation network. This network spans the length and breadth of the continent, connecting even the most remote areas. It features high-speed trains that whisk passengers across countries in a matter of hours. Countries like France, Germany, and Spain, for instance, are world-renowned for their high-speed rail systems, with trains like the TGV, ICE, and AVE, which can reach speeds of over 300 kilometers per h. Furthermore, Europe's major cities boast well-developed metro systems that are a marvel of modern engineering. Take, for instance, the London Underground, affectionately known as the Tube. Not only is it a lifeline for London's bustling metropolis, but it also holds the title for being the oldest metro system in the world, with its inception dating back to 1863. Similarly, the metro systems in Paris, Berlin, and Moscow, amongst others, provide a quick and efficient means of traversing these sprawling urban landscapes. On the other side of the Atlantic, the United States possesses a road network that is incredibly vast, so much so that it could circle the Earth over 150 times when measured in total length. This reflects the country's reliance on private transportation, with its love for the open road and the freedom of a car journey well documented in its popular culture. The United States network of highways spans the length and breadth of the country, connecting not only major cities but also smaller towns and rural areas. The interstate highway system in particular is a marvel of modern engineering, allowing for smooth and efficient travel across states. However, public transportation infrastructure is often limited in many areas, especially compared to Europe. Cities like New York, Boston, and Washington, D.C. do have extensive metro systems, but their reach and frequency often pale in comparison to their European counterparts. In many parts of the United States, people rely on buses, trams, or their own vehicles for their daily commute. Clearly, the face of transportation varies greatly between the two regions, each with its own unique strengths. And lastly, let's delve deeper into the comparative study of the varying perceptions towards work and leisure across two continents. Europe and the United States, though seemingly alike, display quite distinct attitudes and approaches when it comes to work-life balance and vacation time. In Europe, the emphasis on work-life balance is more accentuated. There is a strong belief intertwined in their culture that people need time away from work for personal development and leisure. Countries like France and Germany have legally mandated vacation time, creating a norm where employees often utilize their full holiday allowance. Overlooking the Atlantic, the United States paints a different picture. Here, the approach balance can fluctuate. The American work culture often values longer work hours and less vacation time, with the belief that such commitment leads to greater success. In certain cases, even though vacation days are provided, not all employees take advantage of them due to work pressure or a sense of responsibility towards their jobs. A fascinating comparison can be found in the data from the Center for Economic and Policy Research. It reveals that the average American worker is entitled to 16 days of paid leave per year, while in contrast, a worker in Sweden, a European country known for its generous social policies, can expect up to 41 days. A profound disparity, don't you think? This stark difference underscores the contrasting attitudes toward work and leisure in these two regions. Remember, these are just broad brushstrokes. Europe and the United States are both incredibly diverse and multifaceted, with each having its own unique cultural, social, and economic nuances. Interestingly, the way time is tracked is one of the stark contrasts between the two. In Europe, the 24-hour clock system, often referred to as military time, is prevalent. In contrast, the US sticks with the familiar 12-hour clock system. Moreover, the US and Europe exhibit distinct differences in terms of education systems, healthcare, and even tipping habits. For instance, tipping is almost a societal obligation in the US, whereas in Europe it's optional and often less extravagant. In terms of education, the US education system focuses on a broad spectrum curriculum, whereas European education systems can be more specialized depending on the country. Healthcare contrasts are significant as well, with the US relying heavily on private health insurance, while most European countries have universal healthcare systems. These differences are not static, but rather fluid and evolving as time marches forward. There's always more to unearth, more to investigate, and more to understand about the fascinating contrasts between the United States and Europe. Before we conclude, let's talk about a couple of things. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, we'd strongly recommend that. Becoming a subscriber not only allows you to follow our content on a regular basis, but also gives you a chance to become part of our community of curious minds. A simple click on that red subscribe button puts you on the front row of all the enlightening content we churn out regularly. Your interaction is what fuels our content creation. So don't hold back. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It's a small gesture that goes a long way in helping us understand what content resonates with you. The more thumbs ups we get, the more we can tailor our upcoming videos to your preferences and interests. Also, there's a little notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That bell is your key to never missing out on our latest videos. When you ring it, you are essentially signing up for alerts the moment we post something new. It's an excellent way to stay updated and in sync with our most recent content. We're always fascinated by the world around us and love exploring new topics and making interesting comparisons, just like the one we've made today between the United States and Europe. We're really excited to share more of these comparisons with you. So, stay tuned, engage with us, become an active part of our passionate community. Your likes, comments, and shares make all the difference. Thanks for watching, and we're eager to see you in the next video.